right, welcome to Calling Your Bluff, episode 4. It's been a while. Had some technical difficulties a few days ago and couldn't get our episode out, but, we're all here.
It actually got deleted.
Yeah. The file just corrupted or something. I don't know.
Yeah, but not at the fault of anyone. But
had a full episode with a special guest, but we'll get them back on soon. So. Yeah. But, I guess we'll start off with LSU, week 3. Played Mississippi State and won. Pretty good game. It was pretty interesting for the first half.
Yeah.
But, pulled out that win. So, what do y'all think about that?
We looked a lot better than the Florida State game. There's still a lot of mistakes that I can see us losing games in the future. Like special teams for one. There's not one special teams that looks good to me.
Yeah.
Like our kickoff team can't cover, our punt team can't cover, our punt returners don't have any clue what they're doing. They jump on balls that they don't need to jump on. Even our field goal unit, when we were down 16-10, we were lining up to kick to be down 16-3. They let a guy clearly loose, and thank God he didn't block it, but he was right there.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then the O-line is terrible.
They're young though.
They're young, which in a year or two they're going to be really good. But for now, we're just kind of stuck with a bunch of young guys that haven't gelled yet. And I like having Jane Daniels as quarterback in that situation because no one else on our team can run like he does at quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Not even close. So I'd rather have him have the line break down and be able to scramble out of it than have, Nussmeier or Howard try to throw out of that.
Yeah.
When they're not ready to do that, you know.
I'm just worried that Jaden Daniels won't be able to hold up all season.
Yeah. Well,
just against Mississippi State, he took a lot of beating.
He did. He was starting to get physically worn down.
That's
you
what
kind of see it.
That's what I was going to say. Towards the end of the game, every time he would go down, it would take him a few seconds to really get up and get himself together. And he's holding his hip and holding his shoulders and all that stuff.
Got a cut on his eye.
Once we start playing teams like Florida, Alabama, Ole Miss, and he starts really taking hits, it's gonna show us what he's about.
Hopefully the O-line cleans itself up and he can
and a lot
get
of times
more confident in the pocket so he doesn't have to scramble 20 times a game.
Well, even scrambling out of the pocket is fine as long as you keep your eyes down the field. There was so many times where he would scramble out the pocket and somebody would break loose and he wouldn't even see him because he wasn't looking downfield and he wasn't ready to throw the ball.
Right.
So
it's almost like he would give it 2-3 seconds or however long it took until the pocket broke down and then it's just run.
Yeah.
Not even look around, just run.
Yeah. I think part of that, it's definitely him. He's not confident in the pocket, but part of it's him knowing that his O-line is not good.
Yeah.
If he can't really, he needs to try, but he doesn't have time to go through his progressions and his reads, and from what I've seen, he doesn't want to force the ball. You can say whatever you want about his missed throws and all that, but they were to open guys. He wasn't throwing into double coverage at all.
Right.
From what I saw.
Yeah.
So it's just he needs to clean up his awareness in the pocket, and our O-line needs to get their stuff together for him to be a good thrower.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely get the concern of a lot of people, talking about Jaden Daniels and not passing enough and missing open receivers and, running too much. But I see him as the best option for this season. I don't think he has the best arm on the roster, but I think with his running ability, he's our best option. He's serviceable enough as a passer. He just has to get the ball out quicker. Our O-line, definitely has to be better. But, hopefully more in the SEC play that kind of gets cleaned up. And, we're a young team. You know, I mean, he's one of the older guys on the roster, so.
Can he come back next year if he wanted to?
Yeah. I think he's a redshirt junior, I think.
Oh,
so.
okay. Do you think he will?
I don't know. I mean, I don't see him as like a top NFL prospect right now, so I don't see why he would declare. You know.
Yeah.
So.
He's definitely gotten some looks though, like in the mocks.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I've seen him in a couple mocks go as early as first round, like late first round, which I don't think he's that player yet, but
Probably just be like because of his potential.
yeah. I mean, he's like I don't even want to compare him to Lamar, but you know,
could.
he reminds me of
I mean,
Lamar.
I was gonna make a joke in a minute about him being Lamar because he led the team in rushing also.
Yeah. I mean,
But-
and he's leading our team all season.
Yeah.
Like I don't really see that changing either.
Yeah.
With how we've been running the ball with our running backs. I mean, I would put money that he's gonna lead the season in rushing yards.
Yeah, I would definitely put a bet that he's gonna have 1,000 yards rushing. I mean,
What
it's kind of
does
going
he
that
have
way.
through 3 games?
Over 200.
Yeah.
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 So yeah, he probably will.
I mean, he's
Close to
led
1,000.
every game. Yeah, so I don't know, but yeah, I mean, it was a good week for sure. You know, I mean, Mississippi State's a good team.
Yeah,
Mike
they're
Leach is a good coach.
they're an older team too.
Yeah.
Through 3 games, he has 266 rushing yards.
Yeah. He's definitely on pace for 1,000.
Yeah.
Right now.
Yeah, and it might be a bias for me. I just like dual threat quarterback second run, you know, and I feel like that's going to help us, especially in the college game, win more games.
Mhm.
So, but you know, who knows? I mean, Nussie or Walker Howard might step in and end up being better. I just haven't seen enough from them yet. So,
Right.
you know,
Yeah,
give them another
Nussie's got
season.
some growing to do for
Yeah.
sure.
Other than Jaden Daniels, I thought Armani Goodwin looked good. He had that
Yeah.
long touchdown run. Kayshon Boutte, not really where you expect him to be at yet. I mean, he had 3 catches for 31 yards.
That's more of a issue between him and Daniels because
Right.
a lot of people forget that Butte was injured in the off season, and he didn't work through a lot of the summer. Whereas like Malik Neighbors, who got a lot of catches yesterday, he was like the main dude with Daniels working all off season. So I don't know. It sucks because we know the talent that Kayshawn has, but it's more of a Daniels and him aren't on the same page yet.
Yeah.
You know.
It's almost like he's a decoy right now. Like
Yeah.
we're getting our other receivers open, and you know, guys like Neighbors is looking really good. Dre Jenkins, you know, I don't know.
I'm waiting on Brian Thomas to break out. I mean,
Yeah.
he only had 2 catches this game, but he's really good.
He's to me, he's like the next star LSU receiver, like first round talent kind of
Yeah.
guy. He's like the total package physically. So
Yeah.
What is Kayshon Boutte a junior?
Yeah.
yeah,
You know, if this season doesn't go great for him, you think he'll declare for the draft?
I mean, if I feel like if he's still mocked within the first 2 rounds, he leaves. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't see him coming back next year, no matter what his stats look like, honestly. I mean, he's already highly regarded among, you know, mock drafts and stuff, so I don't know. I mean,
It would be nice to get everybody back again.
yeah.
But
I don't see that happening.
the good thing if we did lose Butte is that our receiver room is still stacked.
Yeah.
Like we have so many guys that are coming up. I don't think we'll miss them. You know, I would love to have them, but I don't think the team would miss them that much. You know.
Yeah. But, yeah, Jaden Daniels, honestly, if I were him, I would wait till next year to come out because, like, C.J. Stroud, Bryce Young are probably coming out this year. So,
Yeah.
you know, I feel like he would be a top quarterback candidate if he had a good year this year and next year. So, who knows? But definitely a good week.
Yep, for sure.
Yep.
But Saints week 1 wasn't pretty, but they came out with the win in the end, 27-26. And we had a little scare towards the end of the game, but luckily we had a blocked field goal. So
Yeah.
they play the Bucks this week, so I don't know if it's gonna be able to be a 16-point comeback in the fourth quarter.
No.
They're gonna have to play a full game if they want to win. But I just seen that Julio Jones is out.
Yeah,
for sure.
And they have Chris Godwin out.
Yeah.
We're missing Kamara, Paulson Adebo, Nick Vannett. All those guys get a lot of snaps.
Yeah.
You know? So that's kind of a blow, but they're also missing a lot of dudes. So it's
look for Russell Gage to have a good game.
Yeah. Because I think Evans gets shut down like he does every game against Marshawn.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he hasn't proven that he can get past Marshawn yet through a bunch of games. I don't even know how many. So, yeah, Russell Gage will be their guy. I think Fournette gets a lot of receptions too.
Yeah.
Because Kyle Rudolph is out for them, which they've been trying to get him in the offense as tight end one. They have Cameron Brate, but, you know.
Dude, I don't know what it is, but like almost every player you can name on the Bucs, I just feel like we match up really well with. Like Leonard Fournette, he doesn't really scare me. Like he had 127 yards in week 1 rushing, but it doesn't scare me. Like Cordell Patterson scared me more.
Yeah,
bro.
I think Fournette will do more of it,
more
work out of the receiving running back spot.
Yeah,
rushing. Yeah. You know.
Lenny will wake you up, Jeremy.
Well, I'm not sleeping on him, but I don't see him gashing us for 127 yards.
Not on the ground.
I could see him having, 40, maybe 50 rushing yards and a few receptions, and that's about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. A little side story I want to bring up that I just saw. Odell's at the game right now.
Yeah.
He's in the suites right now watching the Saints game. And Jarvis is wearing an Odell shirt. So, come November, early December, he might be a Saint. You know, everyone's kind of writing him off as a Ram because, they obviously want him back too. But I don't know. It's kind of looking more and more like he could be a Saint. So,
could you imagine having Tyrann, Jarvis, and Odell on the same team?
Yeah.
That's been my dream scenario for like the past 10 years, honestly.
That's like something you would do on Madden back in the day.
Yeah.
Like you'd trade for all those guys.
Did you see the Saints video that they posted the other day?
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah.
That's one of the best videos I've seen in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
It had me hyped.
Yeah.
But yeah, just kind of going on performance. I mean, it was definitely a sloppy game week 1, but we didn't get a lot of preseason time together either. So, this week's definitely a true test. Falcons, we shouldn't have been that close, but we still pulled it out in the end. We definitely looked like the better team.
A win's a win.
So, kind of going into this week, game starts in like an hour. So by the time we get this out, everyone's going to know the result. But, definitely be a good test. You know? I feel like we're definitely built to make the playoffs. So,
what's your score prediction for the game?
I want to go 31-21 Saints as of right now.
31-21.
I'm gonna say 27-17 Saints.
I'm gonna say 34-21 Saints.
I'm gonna go 27-24 Bucks.
Oh.
I knew that was coming.
Yeah. We can't all just bet on the Saints.
Yeah.
So it's definitely a good.
You always have that one guy.
I'll be that guy that.
But that's realistic. I see it. I see it as a close game.
I don't think the Bucks are gonna blow out the Saints. It's always a good game. The Saints do have a history of winning, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. It'll be a good game regardless.
Yeah, and the Bucks, they beat the Cowboys 19-3 last week. But the Cowboys just don't look good at all.
It really just depends on how the Saints come out, though. I know the Bucks didn't look that great last week, but
I think home field advantage plays a big role in this.
If the Saints play to their ability, I don't see why they can't.
I feel like it's just too big of a game for the Saints to lose. But you have Tyrann coming home and Jarvis, and you got Odell in the building. It's the first home game of the season. Yeah. Tom Brady's without some weapons. We're without Kamara, but
Tom Brady's having marriage issues.
Yeah,
that has to be a part of this game right now.
Yeah.
But that kind of scares me too, because what if he's trying to win her back?
Yeah.
He's like, what if I throw for 6,000 yards?
I don't think she cares.
Honestly, I don't think he's got a winner back. She was posting on Twitter last game. about it, like "Let's go Bucks" with heart, and she tagged Brady.
Yeah, but they are living separately right now. So that's
she was mad he came back.
Yeah. I mean, that's why I think I think that whole preseason thing where he wasn't practicing or anything was because they were going through some stuff, like took a vacation, trying to work it out, and that ended when she left. Where I forgot where they were, like some other country, but she left to go somewhere else during the vacation because they couldn't work it out. And then since then, they haven't been living together.
I mean, she's a busy woman. You know, she has her own things that she has going on. She's famous, so who knows?
I hope he gets half her money, bro.
Yeah.
Is she worth more than him?
Hey,
she's out there.
Oh, yeah.
hey, I mean, she's gonna get half of his money too. So
Yeah.
Kind of works itself out.
Either way, both of them aren't hurting for money right now. So,
But I also saw something yesterday that Bucks are giving Brady every Wednesday off for the rest of the season.
They started doing that with Drew Brees. Not last year, but the year before that.
Yeah.
So I'm not surprised. I mean, he's 45, so.
Yeah, and I honestly see this as his last year. I don't know.
well, a report came out last week that it was confirmed to be his last year.
Yeah, his farewell tour.
But I don't know how much stock I put into that.
Yeah.
I mean, well, think about it this way: what if Brady and Giselle do like divorce or whatever?
Yeah.
What's Brady gonna do? You know,
Exactly.
He's lined up to be a TV analyst, but all it takes is like he sees the Bucks have a good team, or the Dolphins, or whoever, wherever he wants to go, and bounces over.
Yeah.
And honestly, I think the Bucks are screwed if he retires this season. I mean, who are they going to play at quarterback? Kyle Trask? You know?
Yeah, who knows?
Well, they would pick one up in free agency or trade or try to trade up in the draft or something. They wouldn't roll out with Kyle Trask is what I'm trying to say. They'll get a better quarterback than that.
Yeah.
I could see somebody like Minshew going there. He's sitting behind Jalen Hurts on the Eagles right now, but
Didn't he have a good preseason?
Yeah, I mean, he's still a good quarterback to me. I don't know. I think he's on the same level as like Andy Dalton right now as far as top backups in the league.
Yeah.
So,
I don't want to keep bringing up the Saints over and over because we got to move on to other topics. But Jameis was confirmed just now to have 4 fractures in his back, and he's still playing. He's wearing extra padding for this game, so
4 fractures.
That's definitely a concern. I mean, obviously he's still playing, so it must not be too serious.
Yeah.
But that's definitely something to watch. And our O-line's gonna have to be like top tier this game. Like last game just isn't gonna cut it. You know what I mean? You can't get
pain
sacked.
everywhere.
Yeah.
Pain.
Yeah.
I made fun, but man, it's crazy.
So, other games in week 1, y'all want to do some score predictions for week 2?
Yeah.
We can go through the noon slate and then work to the later games.
Yeah.
So, we already did Saints Bucks. What do y'all think about Dolphins Ravens?
I think the Dolphins are a fraud. And I think the Ravens have their issues, but they're still a good team. So I would say 24-10 Ravens.
Okay.
Yeah. I'd say 21-14 Ravens.
I'm gonna say 31-17 Ravens.
Yeah, I think I want to go 31-24 Ravens. I think it's going to be a little higher scoring than we're anticipating. But, I think the Ravens have shown more just in week 1 so far. But, I still think the Dolphins are going to be a pretty good team.
They do have weapons. The Ravens have a good defense, but they're gonna have to have a good game to pull this one out.
Yeah, Tyreek didn't really go off last week, so if he pulls it out this week and has like 200 yards, then it's going to be a close one.
Yeah.
But I'll give the Ravens the edge for now.
So what about Jets Browns?
That's a rough
That's
one.
a tough one to predict right there.
Well, both teams have good defenses, but really bad offenses right now because they're both missing their starting quarterbacks. So I think it's going to be decently low scoring. I'm going to say 17-10 Jets.
I'm going to say I'm going to do the same score except I have the Browns winning.
Mm-hmm.
I think I don't know. I think they had a good showing last week versus the Panthers, and I feel like the Jets are just they're not that great, man.
Yeah.
They do have a good defense, I will say that.
Yeah.
But their offense is not there.
It really falls on Flacco because at like all the skill positions, they're really good.
Right.
They have a lot of talent, but their O-line and Flacco, like not it.
Yeah, I don't trust their offense to get moving, and I'm gonna say 24-10 Browns. I think the Browns have enough of an offense right now with their run game, and maybe Amari Cooper gets more touches and Jacoby Brissett has a better game. He's basically a good game manager, and that's it. But I see him kind of running a lot and getting some tutties, some red zone tutties. So 24-10 Browns.
I'm going to go 21-10 Browns. I think the Browns' rushing offense with Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb is going to be what's going to set them apart from the Jets.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to run all over them, but with a bad team like that, having two good running backs is a big advantage. So 21-10 is my pick for the Browns.
Yeah.
Okay. We got the Commanders, the football team, the Redskins versus the Lions.
That's another tough one.
Ooh, I'm gonna have to go the Lions, honestly.
Lions.
They almost pulled it off against the Eagles last week. And I'm not saying that the Eagles are great, but I think the Lions are kind of slept on this year, and I really like their head coach. I think it's gonna be 27-17 Lions.
Yeah.
I think Carson Wentz will probably have. He played really good last week, but it's Carson Wentz. I think he'll have probably at least one or two picks in the at the wrong time.
I mean, he had two last week, so he had 4 touchdowns.
Yeah.
But I see the Lions winning. I think they're a very scrappy team this year, and I think they played really good last week. They kind of fell behind in the first half and then almost came back. So, I see them winning. I'll go 27-21 Lions.
I'm gonna go Commanders because I think the Lions are a solid team, but even starting last year, it seems like they lose almost every single game by like 10 or less points.
Yeah,
like they, for whatever reason, they can't pull it all together at one time against anybody. And I think the Commanders, they play the Jaguars, and I don't think the Jaguars are that good.
Yeah,
But they beat them. And I think Wentz throws it all over the field again. Probably throws a couple picks, but I think Goff does the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it just comes down to defense. And I think Commanders have a better defense than the Lions. So I'll say 24-21 Commanders.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to agree with Braden on this one. I do think the Lions have a good team. I think the Eagles defense didn't play as good as people expected them to last week.
Yeah.
The Lions do have weapons on offense, but I see Ron Rivera's team coming out prepared.
Yeah.
I think they'll do what it takes to win. I'm gonna go 21-17 Commanders.
Yeah.
We got Colts Jags. I think the Colts are gonna win. The Jaguars they're not really there yet. Matt Ryan, he's missing Michael Pittman, but they have other guys that he can throw to.
And the best running back in the NFL.
Yeah.
With arguably the best pass catching running back in the NFL right beside him. So.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I definitely see this as a Jonathan Taylor carry job. So
Yeah.
Um,
For sure. He's probably gonna have 25 carries for 150 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Score prediction, I think I got Colts 27, Jags 14.
Yeah.
Colts 31, Jags 10.
Yeah. I think it's gonna be Colts 28, Jags 13.
Yeah, I'll probably go Colts 24-14. So I don't see it too high scoring.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Well, what about the Panthers and the Giants? Baker Mayfield. You think he bounces back after that week 1?
I don't know, man. It's I gotta see more out of Baker. I like Baker, and I think he can still be a really good quarterback. But the Panthers don't have good coaching. That's a big problem right now.
I don't think Matt Rule's it.
He's not. I mean, I think that's like the consensus now. Like, he's not it. But in the same light, the Giants are the Giants. I say Panthers 24, Giants 14.
I think as long as Saquon stays healthy, the Giants will have success. I mean, they're not going to blow teams out of the water, but I mean, he looked really good last week. Daniel Jones, as long as he doesn't turn the ball over a lot, he's got decent weapons. I mean, he's got Kadarius Toney, Shepard. I mean, I think Baker Mayfield is going to have a really good game in order for the Panthers to win, and I don't really see that happening yet. I don't think he has the chemistry there with his receivers yet. I mean, he has good receivers.
Yeah,
he's got McCaffrey. I mean, I don't know. I see the Giants winning 28-24.
Yeah, I see. I could see McCaffrey having a huge game. I feel like they're going to start off trying to push the ball downfield to the receivers, figure out, hey, we can't really do it like we want. Yeah. Start feeding McCaffrey against the Giants' not so great defense.
If he can stay healthy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think Saquon has a career night like he did last week. I mean, he almost had 200 total yards and a touchdown. So, that was his best game probably as a NFL player.
Yeah.
So, I don't see him repeating that this week. So, I'll probably go Panthers 24, Giants 14. So.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Panthers as well. I think it's going to be the Panthers 21 and Giants 13. And a little bit of hot take, not really because he's a really good receiver, but I think DJ Moore has a really good game. I think he has a bounce back week. Everybody's really kind of counting them out, but I could see him having 100 yards and a touchdown easy.
I hope so for fantasy purposes.
Yeah.
But last, I think, 2 or 3 years, he's finished top 15 in the wide receivers and PPR fantasy. So he's a really good receiver.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Baker kind of got there late in the offseason, so, it could be a chemistry thing too right now.
Right.
So I expect DJ Moore to, end up going off soon.
What bodes well for DJ Moore, though, is that they started using Robbie Anderson more last game than last year. So I feel like that opens up between Robbie Anderson and McCaffrey both getting a lot of looks. It opens it up for DJ Moore.
Yeah.
Hopefully they can get Terrace Marshall involved too. So it opens it up more.
Dude, I feel like he can still be a really good NFL receiver.
Robbie?
Terrace Marshall.
Oh yeah. I mean, he's only in his second year.
Yeah.
He's on the Panthers. I mean, if he doesn't do it there, he'll do it somewhere else eventually.
Yeah. Well, I think the last noon game we have to cover is the Patriots and the Steelers.
That's it.
I'm gonna go Steelers. I think even with they don't really have a big name at quarterback, but I think they have a solid team. Mike Tomlin always puts a good team out on the field. Patriots they're not really there yet. I know Bill Belichick historically has great football teams, but this year is just I don't really think that's the case. I'm gonna go Steelers 31, Patriots 17.
Yeah, to me this is another defensive battle because the Steelers. I mean, obviously they don't have a great quarterback, but their O-line is terrible, like bottom 5 in the league right now, and I think they try to get Najee the ball, which I mean he can do as much as he can with it, but he's not going to do a lot. And Patriots defense is probably top half of the league, not great, but top half of the league. But the Steelers on defense looked awesome last week, whereas Patriots offense looked terrible. Like I have no idea what they were doing on offense last week.
Yeah.
But I still think it's low scoring, and it goes to, it really goes on defense. I say Steelers 17, Patriots 6.
Yeah, I don't like Mac Jones, and I'm not afraid to say that. So there's a lot of Mac Jones fans, and I just don't think he's a great quarterback, and I don't think the Patriots offense is gonna do anything against the Steelers defense. So yeah, I don't know. I'll probably say 21-10 Steelers.
I think I'm going to have to go with the Patriots. And my reason why is because the Steelers had 4 interceptions and a forced fumble on Joe Burrow last week. And I don't see Bill Belichick allowing something like that to happen on the offense. And like Braden was saying, it's going to be a more defensive game. And I think the Patriots have a better O-line than the Steelers do. So I see the Patriots squeaking this one out 16-10.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Definitely could go either way. I mean,
Yeah, it's a toss-up, but it's going to be low scoring regardless.
For sure.
So.
Yeah.
It's not going to be a game to watch.
I think it's going to come down to whoever can get lucky and hit like a deep bomb, really. Then it's just going to be field goals after that.
Yeah.
So, moving on to the afternoon slate, we got Rams-Falcons. I'm going to say, I mean, it's pretty easy, but I'm going to say Rams. Rams 42, Falcons 17. I think the Rams have a bounce back week. They didn't do as good as week one as they would have liked to. Cooper Kupp is going to have 100 yards, probably 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the Falcons, obviously playing the Saints last week, but I think they're kind of the fluky week one team. There's always a couple of them every year that look good week one, but they're still the Falcons this year. They do not have a good team. The Rams, I think another fluky week one to not show up against the Bills in that game. I think it's going to be 35 for the Rams and 14 for the Falcons.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I want to put a little stock into the Falcons because they did look pretty good. I'll give them that. I mean, yeah, I don't think they win a lot of games this year, but I think they keep it close. And Rams definitely have to get their other receivers involved. I mean, I have Cooper Kupp in fantasy, so I definitely liked the points last week, but they can't win if they're going to try to give it to him every single time. So Allen Robinson's going to have to get involved. I don't think they have Van Jefferson this week. But, other receivers are going to have to get involved. I'll still say 31-17 Rams. I think the Falcons start off hot and then kind of dip off a little bit. So
Yeah. I'm going to go with the Rams as well. Just simple fact that they had a bad week last week, and I think that, everybody's kind of counting them out really early, and they have something to prove. So I'm going to go 35-10 Rams.
Yep.
And then we got the Seahawks and the 49ers. That's kind of a toss-up. I mean, I know it was raining and everything, but the 49ers didn't look good at all. Trey Lance didn't look good. So I'm still going to pick the 49ers over the Seahawks. I think Geno Smith has a bad week. I think he's one of those quarterbacks that was a week one fluke. So I'm going to go ahead and write him off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to be a relatively low-scoring game because I don't think either offense is very good. So I'm going to take the 49ers 20-13 over the Seahawks.
Yeah, I think the Seahawks are a fluke.
Yeah.
I think that their game against the Broncos was really fueled by the Russell Wilson trade.
Mm-hmm.
Week one, they want to get that win. But yeah, it's kind of the same as the Falcons. They're the Seahawks. They traded all their pieces away. Rolling out guys who shouldn't be starters in the NFL right now.
Yeah.
Geno Smith. I mean, he's not a good quarterback. I don't care what he did week one. He's gonna throw 3 picks this game.
Yeah.
I'd say, and I mean, 49ers didn't look great either, but they played in against the Bears in Bikini Bottom, as I keep saying. So I'm gonna go 49ers 28, Seahawks 10.
Yep.
Okay. I think the 49ers kind of got screwed week 1. It wasn't really ideal weather conditions. Like you said, Seahawks are a fluke. Geno Smith is not it. I mean, you don't really have to have a Hall of Fame quarterback to throw to DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett. I mean, they're really good receivers, and he just really can't seem to get the ball to him as much as you want him to. So I'm going to go 49ers 24, Seahawks 10.
Yeah, I'm going to kind of go off of Jeremy's score, 24-13, 49ers. Yeah, I'm not going to put a lot of stock into the rain game last week, and I've seen enough from Trey Lance. I think he'll handle it pretty well this week. Don't think he's going to be like an amazing quarterback this season, but I think he'll get the job done.
He's very raw.
Yeah, but they have weapons like Debo, and I think he's going to have a huge game this week. So yeah, I'm definitely going 24-13, 49ers.
Okay, and then we got the Cardinals and the Raiders.
That's going to be a good game.
Yeah.
It's going to be high scoring, I think. Cardinals didn't look good last week, but, I think they still have a really good offense and, decent defense, honestly. Raiders, kind of the same situation. They have a really good offense, decent defense. I don't know. It's a hard one to pick because I think the Cardinals kind of bounced back this week, but I'm still gonna go with the Raiders, 31-28.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Raiders. I think the Cardinals. I don't know. Kyler Murray really he's not it yet. I mean, he has his struggles. Devontae Adams has his grandma in town.
Yeah.
She's watching him for I believe the first time in person in the NFL. He put her up in a penthouse. He's gonna be hype. He's gonna go the fuck off. He's gonna have at least 150 yards, probably 2 touchdowns, and I see the Raiders winning 34-24.
Yeah, I don't put a lot of stock into the Cardinals right now. I haven't seen enough from them yet, and I'm not a big fan of Kyler right now. I mean, they had to give him a study clause and all that, so I mean, it's basically like a little kid out there.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna go 34-31 Raiders. I think it's gonna be a high scoring game, and
Close
the Cardinals
one,
do
huh?
have weapons.
Yeah.
Close one, huh?
Yeah, but yeah, I think Devontae shows out. Derek Carr and him, they have a great connection, even if he didn't see it a ton last week. But yeah, I think they pull it out.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Raiders as well. The Cardinals just looked awful last week, and as much as I'd like to say it, both teams will really bounce back. I think it's still going to be the Raiders in a close one, and I'm going to go 34-28 Raiders. I think Devontae Adams has a big game.
Yeah. And then we have the Texans and Broncos afternoon game.
Yeah.
I don't think that's going to be a fun game to watch.
I will not be tuned in.
Yeah, I don't think I'll be
wondering.
tuned in for that one, but I think Russell Wilson bounces back after his week 1 affair. So I'm going to go Broncos 21, Texans 13.
Yeah. I don't think last week was really on Russell Wilson. I think Hackett didn't let him sling it like he should have. When everybody found that out on that 4th and 5 where they could have won the game, they would have got a closer field goal.
Yeah.
Texans, I mean, they looked good in the first half against the Colts, and then let them storm back I think they were up 20-3.
Yeah.
Ended up in a tie. They're just not a good team right now. They have a solid quarterback, but that's really, a couple solid wide receivers, but that's really it. I'll say 24-14 Broncos.
Yeah. Yeah, Broncos didn't look good last week, but Russell Wilson was probably a little scared to be back to the 12th man in Seattle. So I think they have enough weapons to get it done, and I don't see Texans as a great team. They are a little scrappy for sure. I do like Davis Mills, but I'm gonna say 24-10 Broncos right now.
Yeah, Russell Wilson, he's a good quarterback. He's got Sutton and Jerry Jeudy, great receivers. Like you said, the Texans are scrappy, but they're not on the Broncos level. Davis Mills, he's good, but other than Brandon Cooks, he really doesn't have anybody to throw to. So I'm gonna go Broncos 31, Texans 10.
Yeah.
Okay, and we got the Bengals and the Cowboys. For me, that's an easy pick. I'm going to go with the Bengals. I mean, you got Dak's out. The Cowboys didn't look good at all with Dak last week. So I'm going to go, and Joe Burrow definitely has a bounce back week after that. So I'm going to go 21. No. I'm going to go 31. 31-21 Bengals.
Yeah. I don't think Cooper Rush can lead the Cowboys to a lot of points. They're, CD, it's kind of overrated in my opinion. He doesn't really create a lot of separation, which you would need for a quarterback like Cooper Rush.
Mm-hmm.
Their running game's not going to get going either because they're going to be keying in on that, forcing Cooper Rush to throw. Bengals are going to bounce back. I mean, they didn't look good against the Steelers, but Burrow had 5 turnovers, which isn't going to happen every week. I say Bengals 34, Cowboys 3. It's going to be a blowout.
Okay. I got the Bengals in this one. Joe Burrow, he's very disappointed in himself for how he played week 1. He's a super competitor. I wouldn't say he's all about his stat line, but he knows that he didn't really put his team in a great position to win. I mean, they obviously lost the game, but he didn't play as good as he wanted to at all. I mean, he's got weapons. We all know that. Probably arguably the best wide receiver trio in the NFL. Mixon, he's a top 5 running back in the NFL. I mean, he can gas you on the ground, and then he can catch 5-6 balls for at least 50 yards. So, and the Cowboys without Dak they're pretty bad. I mean, I see the Bengals taking this one. Probably 34-10 Bengals.
Yeah.
I think there's an interesting side note for that. In the Bengals Week 1 game, Jamar Chase flipped off Minka Fitzpatrick at least one time, but he got fined twice for unsportsmanlike conduct. One time was $13K and some change, and the other one was $10,000 and some change. It totaled out to $23,870. He got fined for flipping the bird. So
yeah, that's pretty cool.
my guy basically played for free.
Yeah,
he is on his rookie deal.
Yeah,
he told him that it was a cool picture though. So.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start off with 31-7 Bengals. I think Joe Burrow comes out this week and plays very well. It was reported last week that in the locker room he sat in his own piss and sweat for a few hours after the game thinking about it. So, I think the Cowboys aren't even going to look like an NFL team this week. I would be surprised if they even pull off a touchdown, but I'm going to give them 7 points. I think the Bengals handle it easy this week. So, yeah.
Moving on to Sunday Night Football, we got Packers-Bears. Aaron Rodgers owns the Bears.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be Packers 28, Bears 17. Justin Fields is not terrible, but I don't think he can lead the team to a win. I just see the Packers taking this one.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Bears they're just not good.
Yeah.
I mean, they played terrible weather last week. Somehow beat the 49ers 19-10. I don't see them winning this week against the Packers, who didn't look good, but obviously they're not starting off hot any of these years anymore. I think Aaron Rodgers has a comeback game against the team he owns.
Yeah.
I think Packers 28, Bears 14.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with the Packers as well. I think it's gonna be Packers 27, Bears 10. And I think Aaron Rodgers has a really good game after that horrible showing that he had last week. And I think probably Romeo Doubs. How you say his last name, or Dubs?
I think it's
however
Dubs.
You want to say it, Dubes.
Doobie.
I think he has a really good game as well. So
yeah,
I'm
I
gonna have to pick the
can't
Packers.
start him in fantasy until he proves it. But
Yeah.
I really want to right now. Blake.
What was the teams? Sorry.
Wait.
It's a business I was taking care
Oh,
of.
Packers Bears Sunday night football.
Yeah, Bears aren't going to be that great. Yeah, Aaron Rodgers owns them, so yeah. I mean, it's not really a game I'm looking forward to watching. I'll probably have it on in the background, but I'll say 21-10 Packers.
My guys
Welcome
got better
back.
things to do.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Blake's gonna be living up his 2K character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we got 2 Monday night football games tomorrow. We'll start off with the
Which is dumb. You can't
Yeah.
even watch them both at the
Yeah.
same time.
stupid, but we'll start off with the 6:15 when we got the Bills and the Titans. I think the Bills just keep on rolling. And I think Josh Allen's too much for the Titans defense, and they take it 34-21 against the Titans.
Yeah, I mean, Titans didn't look good. Bills look like the best team in the NFL.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard to say off of week 1, but everybody already knew the Bills were going to be good.
Yeah.
And until they prove otherwise, I mean, I'm going to take them literally every single game.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Bills 31, Titans 14.
Yeah, I'm gonna go off of that score as well. Yeah, I mean, I think the Bills are coming out of the AFC, even though I would like to see the Bengals come out again. But yeah, the Bills are the best team in the NFL right now, just by the eye test. So yeah, I don't think the Titans get it done.
I'm gonna go. I think the Bills are gonna stay rolling, too. I'm gonna go Bills 31, Titans 10. I mean, Derrick Henry seems to be a little less godlike so far this year. I think teams have kind of figured out a way to stop him, and the Bills' offense is just
He got leveled last week.
too
Yeah.
overpowering. Yeah, I seen that.
When you have Josh Allen humping the best defensive players' heads on the Super Bowl
Yeah.
champions, I mean he's already the MVP. He already won it off of that.
Yeah.
Then we have the Vikings Eagles. I don't think the Eagles are as hot as everybody thinks they are. I think it all comes down to Jalen Hurts, and obviously he's a really good runner, but he doesn't impress me as a passer. He's gonna force feed it to AJ Brown, no one else. And their running game isn't that great. Miles Sanders is okay, but he's not that great. He scored his first touchdown since 2019 last week.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously they're not going to use him that much. And the Vikings, I mean, they looked really good with that new offense. I mean, it's just the Rams offense. And they have Kirk Cousins who, average to above average, but he can get it done. Dalvin Cook, one of the top running backs. Justin Jefferson, who's arguably the best receiver. And still have Adam Thielen, who hasn't – I mean – he didn't look great last week, but that's because they were force-feeding Justin Jefferson for a reason.
Yeah.
I mean, you should. I think it'll still be fairly close. I'm going to go Vikings 28, Eagles 24.
Yeah, I'll go 31-21 Vikings. I think the Eagles are still going to be a pretty good team this year, but I definitely do like what the Vikings are doing. They finally got Mike Zimmer out of there. Got Kevin O'Connell, who was under Sean McVay. So, yeah, their offense is going to be rolling this whole season. And, obviously Justin Jefferson, Dalvin Cook, and Thielen. I mean, I don't think you can stop them. So, yep, 31-21.
I think this is a game that the Vikings should win, but I'm going to go out on a limb, and I'm going to say the Eagles. I'm going to say, they had a good showing from their DBs last week statistically, so I don't think they keep Justin Jefferson in check, but I think they do enough to pull it out, and I think it's going to be 28-24 Eagles.
I think started off, I think this is going to be the best game of the week. I don't think the Eagles are Super Bowl contenders by any means, but I feel like they're a really good team. I think I looked for Devontae Smith to be more involved this week. He was kind of a ghost out there in week 1. It was really the A.J. Brown show. But on the other hand, I think the Vikings also are a really good team. Justin Jefferson, he's going to have his yards. I look for Adam Thielen to be more productive than he was last week, and Dalvin Cook is good. It's kind of tough to predict this one, but I'm going to have to go with the Vikings. I think they pull it out. I think it's going to be 31-28. It's going to be a close game. I think it's going to be the best game of the week.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Well, I believe that's going to wrap it up for today. I want to say Wednesday.
Yeah.
We're gonna
here in a couple of days we'll do another one.
Yeah, we're gonna touch on the Brett Favre situation and talk about some fantasy football, the studs and duds. So
maybe talk about some betting. We'll have the week 2 recap. It'll be wrapped up, and we'll be previewing week 3.
Yeah, maybe a special guest too. So
yeah.
Sorry for the delay in episodes between COVID and our episode from a few days ago getting deleted entirely. This wasn't a great week to record, but we'll definitely be getting another one out this week. So
yeah, we're trying to get episodes out consistently for you guys. So
especially with the NFL in full swing.
And again, if anybody has any questions or ideas or topics that y'all want us to touch on, you can just email us or comment below on Facebook or Instagram or whatever it may be, however you tune in.
Yep.
So,
and I also want to mention we do have our website out now. It's just callinyourbluff.com. It's you can find it on our Facebook and go directly to it. But all of our episodes are on there, and you can listen straight from there, or go to Spotify, Apple Music, whatever. So
YouTube, anything.
So happy that we have that now, and
All right then. Well, I guess that's gonna wrap it up.
Yeah.
We got about 10 minutes till the game starts. So.
Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yep.
Catch you guys later.
All right. Peace.
Peace out.
Later.